back to Cultivating Harmony. Today I'm going to be discussing what types of foods we should be incorporating into our diets in the autumn season. If you haven't already, make sure you check my autumn conduct video that I did last week. That video will go over how we should be acting and how we should be behaving and things we should be doing in order to live in more harmony with the season. Autumn in Chinese medicine has already begun and is represented by the meridians of the lungs and large intestine. It's also related to the skin, the nose, and breathing. So if we are not in harmony or in balance, we tend to see issues in these kinds of areas during the autumn season. The idea for these types of videos, which I do for every season, so make sure you're subscribed, is to help you learn what to eat when, and not only just when and seasonally, but also what to eat for your body type or for whatever illness or ailments you may be experiencing. This helps us to really create and maintain harmony within ourselves by understanding what are the issues and how to restore or bring back harmony into those areas that we are finding imbalance or disharmony in. So since autumn is the flavor of pungent, or what we would consider kind of spicy, we can actually help to support the lungs and large intestine by eating foods that have this type of flavor. Things such as ginger, horseradish, wasabi, onion, garlic, mustard, radish, and white pepper are all considered foods that are pungent or spicy. So since in Chinese medicine, the autumn season is related to the color white, we may also incorporate white food. So adding foods such as pear, almond, parsnip, apple, white beans, scallops, these are all considered white types of foods, and incorporating these help bring back harmony to the lungs and large intestine. So another aspect that we want to consider in the autumn season is what is being harvested right now. Chinese medicine allows us to understand how to cultivate more harmony within ourselves by really finding that balance and connection and harmony with nature. Since we are nature itself, we want to really reflect that, and looking at nature outside in our environment is a really great way to do that. So during autumn or fall, we see a lot of seeds and nuts coming to fruition and ready to be harvested. These tiny little storage foods are really great, and what we want to do, if you think about it, especially in maybe older times, is we wanted to take those storage foods that we could then put away and save for overwintering, times when food was scarce in order to survive. Nuts and seeds really provide that deep and powerful nourishment to hold us over those cold and desolate months that winter brings. Walnuts, almonds, chestnuts, hazelnuts, pistachios, pecans, sunflower seeds are all great options. However, I do want you to keep in mind, since these are so nourishing, because if you think about it, this little tiny seed holds the potential to then sprout a whole entire new plant or whole new, life itself, and then produce many more seeds unto itself. So with this power potential that it holds, that if you're already dealing with a very damp condition, these are something that you might want to avoid completely, or at least eat very sparingly. And I do recommend for those who have weak digestion to kind of eat sparingly, but also roasted or sprouted or both is really optimal. So really relevant to the autumn season is kind of those root or starchy veggies that are ripe and ready for storage. Pumpkin, winter squash such as butternut, carrots, potatoes, yams. Those are really great fall foods that you can start incorporating. So another thing that should still be very plentiful on our plates during this time are those ripe, juicy veggies straight from the garden. In Chinese medicine, when we start looking at autumn and its effects, you could say, on the body, it is really kind of a drying time. And so in order to help our bodies kind of maintain that moisture, eating those juicy zucchinis and more of those kind of summer squash that are still being produced right now are really great in helping just retain a little bit of that moisture and maintain the fluids of our body. Because during winter, our fluids really want to start condensing and drying up, and when that happens, we lose some of our flexibility, we lose some of the elasticity we have. So another great ingredient right now that I love that's also being harvested during this time is actually honey. Honey is a great option for maintaining fluids, and this is why you see it so often used in skincare, because honey is so moistening and it really helps give that moisture back to the skin. So you'll see it used in like face masks and things like that. So do find your local beekeeper to get some honey, Or you may also check out my website, as I have some available there as well. And I'll put those links in the description. So I hope you found some ideas in these different foods I mentioned to incorporate in fall, and really just try to incorporate them little by little into your diet and really taking notice of how your body is responding. I love to hear how you guys are transitioning during this season, so make sure you let me know below in the comments. Thanks guys, I'll see you next time.